he's a legend, isn't he? So if he retires now, who knows? He might come back for another big payday or with AJ or something. But he's earned it. He's a legend in my opinion.
Listen, he was unbelievable. He was on form today. He boxed great. He did the right things. He was counter-punching and he was moving well and he wasn't getting caught. And he started off with a jab, so what can you say?
The performance from Oleksandr Usyk, you know, he stopped the fight early, you know. But I say this before, Daniel Dubois makes so much pressure, too much pressure, you know, he not control. And every jab, every right hand is too strong.
He was moving, but when he found the time to be aggressive, he took and maxed.
Daniel Dubois revealed just how frighteningly skilled Oleksandr Usyk is. And that says it all. You could read the fear, the respect, and the defeat on his face. Usyk didn't just win. He dismantled him mentally. When a fighter openly praises the man who knocked him out, that alone proves how dominant the performance was. Usyk delivered a message Dubois couldn't ignore.
On the performance, I gave everything I had. It just wasn't probably a few things I could have sharpened up on, but take no credit away from them.
Before the fight, Dubois talked tough, insisting he had what it takes to dethrone Usyk, but Hamza proved how far off he really was. Usyk wasn't out to just look good. He came to destroy. From his piercing stare during fight week to his ruthless finish in the ring, every action had intent. Dubois's words crumbled the moment Usyk followed through with a cold, calculated dismantling.
Parker's deserved his shot. I think Parker should get a world title fight regardless, even if Usyk vacates the belts.
Hands off. Usyk fought like a heavyweight, not a cruiserweight in there tonight.
Yeah, no, he did. He stood on business, man. He stood on business and he said he was going to knock the bar out and he done exactly that.
He came to fight, not to box.
Yeah, no, for real, but you could see it all fight week. You could see it all fight week in his eyes and in his persona as well.
How good is Usyk?
Here's where it gets messy. Don Charles, clearly shaken, made wild accusations, implying Usyk's win was built on deception and guilt. But let's be real, Dubois had his chance and folded when the pressure hit. Turning the loss into a morality issue only shows the desperation in Dubois's camp. When you're broken down in the ring, questioning the other guy's ethics won't restore your dignity.
He doesn't go to sleep because he's troubling his mind because he knows he's cheated and lied.
And do you think that will continue to stay the way?
Most definitely, because if he's a true believer, not just for show, saying God, Jesus, God. If he's a true believer, he has to repent.
Meanwhile, Eddie Hearn broke it all down with raw honesty and full respect for Usyk's dominance. He didn't sugarcoat anything. Usyk absorbed early pressure, then flipped the fight with icy calm. Dubois started fast, but Usyk never blinked. He took over, round by round, and dismantled him. Just like he did with AJ, Fury, and now Dubois again. That's legacy. What Dubois saw as danger, Usyk treated like routine. There are levels to this, and Usyk is operating at the highest one.
Usyk was under pressure in the first round because Dubois comes out fast like he did against AJ, and if he catches you, you're in trouble. And I think just after that, he just decided basically, I'm not going to go on the back foot anymore. I'm going to take the fight to Dubois. And he just kind of beat him up. And obviously stops him. I mean, he's beaten AJ twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice.
Martin Bacol called it, and he nailed it. He said Dubois wouldn't make it past round 5, and Usyk fulfilled that prediction with surgical precision. Bacol didn't just talk. He exposed glaring issues in Dubois's approach. While Dubois stuck to the same tired habits, Usyk came in sharp, calm, and clinical. It was a clash of mentalities as much as abilities. Bacol saw it before it happened, but Dubois didn't listen. This wasn't about one punch, it was about who came better prepared. Usyk made it look simple because Dubois never adapted. One fighter evolved. The other didn't. And when Bacol says one punch can shift everything, he's right. But that punch comes from timing and control. Usyk had both. Dubois had hope, and hope alone won't cut it against someone playing on a whole different level. Even Lennox Lewis had to admit, he was stunned by what Usyk pulled off.
Congratulations to Usyk. Amazing. No one was expecting that. But I said it before the fight. I said Dubois will get knocked out around 4 or 5. He will never pass 5 rounds. So because I said it, if he wanted to keep the same style that he fought with Usyk will knock him out easy. But if he changed some couple stuff, he would done well. But no, sorry to him, and it happened to. Happened today. One punch in heavyweight can change everything.
When Lennox Lewis, one of the greatest heavyweights in history, says you were unbelievable, that's not casual praise. That's respect earned through blood, grit, and brilliance. Usyk didn't just win. He delivered a masterclass that made even Lewis step back in awe. His footwork was untouchable. His jab, sharp as a needle. His counterpunching left Dubois swinging at ghosts. Usyk was always 2 steps ahead, reading every move, every pause. Lennox knows greatness when he sees it, and Usyk ticked every box. This wasn't just a victory. It was a blueprint for dismantling a bigger man through ring IQ, movement, and ruthless timing. While Dubois looked confused and slow, Usyk looked like a man on a mission. Lennox has faced the elite, and his stunned reaction proves Usyk is now among them. That performance wasn't just impressive. It was generational. And then came Conor Benn, raising the bar even higher by comparing Usyk to boxing's most iconic figure.
He was unbelievable. He was on form today. He boxed great. He did the right things. He was counter-punching, and he was moving well, and he wasn't getting caught. And he started off with a jab, so what can you say?
He was unbelievable. He boxed great. He did everything right. That's how Conor Benn summed it up. Usyk counterpunched, moved brilliantly, and avoided damage, all behind a laser-sharp jab. That's not just praise. That's a statement. Benn didn't hold back. He called Usyk the best heavyweight in the world and even dropped the sacred Ali comparison. And honestly, it doesn't sound crazy anymore. Usyk has conquered 2 divisions, toppled unified champions, dismantled contenders, and never looked rattled. That's not luck. That's legacy. While others fold under pressure, Usyk thrives in it. Dubois had the size, the youth, the power, but Usyk had the general's mind and a warrior's heart. Benn sees the truth. In a heavyweight era full of talk and delays, Usyk is the one who always delivers. You don't earn Ali-level respect without doing something extraordinary. And Usyk does it, fight out.
Best heavyweight there is currently, and I don't see anybody beating him.
Is he as good as Muhammad Ali? It's not a crazy thing to say, I don't think, at this point.
The thing is, you can't really do the comparisons, do you know what I mean? But I do think he's one of the best currently now to do it.
Who do you want to see Usyk fight next, or just sail off?
He can sail off into the sunset, and he's done everything. Do you know what I mean? He's phenomenal fighter, man. You're watching him, I'm just watching him, I'm going, oh my God. Like, that's God-given talent.
Caroline Dubois didn't sugarcoat it, and the irony cuts deep. She wasn't just praising Usyk, she was calling out her own brother in the process. When she said, "You can't fake that," it was a quiet but brutal shot at Daniel's lack of adaptability and championship edge. Usyk climbed weight classes, took on elite names, and won without shortcuts. Daniel, he folded when it mattered most. Caroline's words are raw, honest, and painful. Talent doesn't lie. When timing meets preparation, legends are born. Usyk's rise from cruiserweight king to heavyweight nightmare proves it. It's everything Daniel hasn't become, and she knows it. Her calm admiration for Usyk, contrasted with the chaos in her brother's corner, speaks volumes. In this sport, greatness earns respect, and Usyk is writing his legacy with every performance. But if you thought that was harsh, just wait. Dave Allen is about to deliver the knockout critique.
Usyk is a phenomenal fighter, phenomenal athlete. To move up in weight, to become undisputed at cruiserweight, undisputed at heavyweight, that speaks of his talent. You know, you can't fake that, you can't make...
Dave Allen didn't hold back. In one breath, he gave Usyk his flowers and tore Dubois apart. Calling Usyk the best of this generation isn't an exaggeration. It's just fact. He wiped out the cruiserweight division, took over heavyweight, and made fighters like Dubois look completely out of their depth. But it's Allen's blunt take on Dubois that hits hardest. He didn't sugarcoat it. Poor, he said. Not unlucky. Not robbed. Just poor. And he's right. No urgency. No strategy. No response to Usyk's brilliance. Dubois came in with everything to prove, and instead, he gave the flattest performance of his career, against a man already cementing his legacy. Allen respects Usyk because he knows how hard this level is, and Usyk keeps making it look easy. It's rare to see such unanimous praise from fellow fighters. But Usyk? He's forcing even his critics to admit, he's just built different.
He's the best of our generation by far, he has to be. He's beat everybody, he's literally beat everybody. You could say he's not beat Wiley, you could say it's Thomas, Sultan, Parker. He's beat everybody. Daniel Dubois, for me, Daniel Dubois was poor tonight. I know we're not getting onto that yet, but he was poor tonight. But he's beat Fury twice, he's beat Joshua twice, he mopped up at cruiserweight. He's done it all, yeah, there's nothing really much else to add.
Martin Bacol didn't just take a jab at Dubois, he demolished him. This wasn't random. It was cold, calculated, and personal. He laid out the whole blueprint before the fight, and Dubois walked straight into it like a sleepwalker heading for disaster. No jab, no adjustments, no urgency. Just the same slow output and glaring flaws that Usyk sliced through like paper. And when Bacol said Dubois deserved the knockout, that's as raw and ruthless as it gets. You could hear the disgust in his tone, like he was offended by Dubois's lack of evolution for the biggest moment of his career. Usyk, in contrast, did what legends do. He adjusted, evolved, and dominated. While Dubois looked lost, Usyk played chess 3 moves ahead. And Bacol's not exaggerating. Usyk is a 2-division destroyer with a resume full of elite names. Dubois tried to fake his way through a war, and Usyk ended the bluff with precision. This wasn't just a loss, it was a public dismantling. And now Bacol doubles down, praising Usyk in a way that almost sounds like fear.
I did before the fight, even today, before today, that Daniel Dubois never passed 5 rounds if he kept boxing like the same way he boxed last time he fought Usyk. But he did the same. There was no jab, nothing changed. He deserved the knockout because he never changed something like
When someone like Martin Bacol, known for brutal honesty, calls Usyk a machine, you pay attention. That's not hype. That's respect from a fellow heavyweight who knows exactly how hard it is to stay undefeated at this level. And Bacol's tone says it all. He sounds torn. Part of him wants to applaud Usyk, the other wants to warn the entire division. It's admiration soaked in disbelief. Usyk didn't just survive in the heavyweight ranks. He conquered it with footwork, intelligence, and grit. Next to him, Dubois looked frozen, stiff, passive. Usyk moved like energy, everything deliberate, every shot measured. No heavyweight flows like him. No one adapts like him. And when Bacol says it might be time for Usyk to retire or move on, it's not because he's finished, it's because he's done it all. He's swept through the division. Now, the sport watches and wonders what's left. Keep going or walk away. Either way, Bacol made it clear, Usyk is the king. No debate. And right after that, David Adelai jumps in, reminding us that while Dubois showed heart, Usyk showed levels.
He's the best for right now. For this moment now, is the best. Retire or keep fighting. He done amazing. This guy is a machine. So he's the best right now, to be honest. So he's still undefeated. No.
David Adelai offers a more balanced perspective. While he gives Dubois credit for stepping up, the spotlight still shines firmly on Usyk. Let's be honest, sharing the ring with Usyk takes serious courage. But courage alone doesn't win titles. Usyk operates on a level most heavyweights can't even approach. Adelai nails it, credit to Usyk for pulling it off time and time again. That consistency is what separates great fighters from all-time legends. Dubois came in with hope. Usyk came in with a plan. Dubois tried to make something happen. Usyk executed. Flawlessly. It almost felt unfair how easily Usyk shut down Dubois's size and power. And Adelai's comments drive home one truth. No matter how much heart Dubois shows, he's still miles behind in composure, fight IQ, and skill. Usyk doesn't just win, he makes top-tier opponents look basic. That's a chilling thought for every heavyweight watching from a distance, hoping to delay the inevitable. And now, Tony Bellew breaks down exactly why Usyk remains unbeatable, even when the odds are stacked against him.
Good fight. I think Usyk keeps proving himself. He gets doubted a lot, and I think he's proven himself so many times that it's kind of crazy that people doubt him. But you got to give credit to Daniel for getting in there. He tried a thing, and more credit to Usyk for pulling it off time and time again.
Tony Bellew gets right to the point. Usyk's genius lies in one word: adaptability. No one in boxing today can adjust mid-career, mid-fight, or even mid-round like Usyk. Bellew isn't one to hand out compliments lightly, but this time, he's clear. Usyk didn't just train for Dubois. He rebuilt himself, slowed down his footwork on purpose to match Dubois's sluggish tempo and exploit every opening. That's not just high-level thinking. That's pure genius. Most fighters react. Usyk prepares for your reaction. While Dubois was shadowboxing through denial, Usyk was breaking down every flaw. And Bellew seals it with a final truth. No one is beating this version of Usyk. He's too smart, too technical, too obsessed with improvement. Dubois wasn't just outboxed. He was outthought, outprepared, and outclassed before a single punch was thrown. Usyk doesn't just show up. He transforms. And that's why Bellew, a man who stood across from him in battle, speaks with the respect of someone who's witnessed something rare.
There's no one who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed the actual feet down because Daniel Dubois' feet were slow.
Duke McKenzie saw it from the opening bell. Something was off with Dubois. No fire, no sharpness, no rhythm. Against AJ, he came out swinging. Stiff jabs, controlled aggression, statement made. But against Usyk, nothing. No jab, no intent, no belief. And that's exactly what McKenzie points to. This wasn't a loss of strength or strategy. It was a mental collapse. Usyk's mere presence drained Dubois before the fight had even started. Every movement from Dubois felt forced. Every punch lacked commitment. He wasn't fighting. He was reacting. And that's not nerves. That's fear. McKenzie's comparison to the AJ performance is damning. Dubois had fire then. This time, all he had was hesitation. Usyk didn't need early power punches. He just needed to stand there, cold and unreadable, and Dubois crumbled under the pressure. This wasn't just...
Dubois, to me, in the first round, looked really tired. I don't know if it was the occasion that got to him. Obviously, Usyk got to him, but his punches had no snap on them. When Dubois fought Anthony Joshua, in the first round, he sat out his stall and he went to work straight away. Steady jab, stiff jab, big jab. He jabbed Joshua to death in the first 30 seconds. But in this fight against Usyk, the jab was pretty much non-existent.
Oleksandr Usyk didn't just defend his legacy, he elevated it to something mythical. Across every voice in boxing, one fact rings louder than any punch. Right now, Usyk is untouchable. From vicious jabs to near-perfect movement, he exposed Dubois' every weakness and reminded the entire division what a generational force looks like. Meanwhile, Dubois stands at a painful crossroads, a performance stripped of fire, stripped of identity, and stripped of belief. The contrast couldn't be sharper. Usyk evolves with each challenge. Dubois repeats the same costly errors. The gap isn't just technical, it's mental. If Usyk keeps going at this level, we might be witnessing the greatest technician in heavyweight boxing since Lennox Lewis. But if Dubois doesn't change course fast, his name risks becoming a cautionary tale. One thing is crystal clear: Usyk isn't just special. He's setting a new standard for the heavyweight division. And the rest of the division? They're running out of answers. And out of time.